It's finally happened, people. Oh, it's a beautiful day to be someone that likes One Piece. You know why? Because we're finally on the fucking island. Yes! Oh, I've never been so happier to be on the fucking island before. It's just like, yo, like, let me have that sea air. Let me feel the sea, salty sea in my face. Let me feel it like that. It's like, that's what I want to feel, and that's what I see. And definitely with this One Piece chapter, finally leading off Zou Kingdom, and we've got some juicy shit that's happening. Now, I know I'm a little bit excited for them getting off the island, but here we are and all that. We do get a little bit more preparation in this chapter, you know, like Chopper setting everything up with the medication and like, yeah, you know, we'll take care of this and all that. We're going to, you know, sort our shit out. And it was kind of interesting as he was like talking to like one of the doctors and all that. He's saying like, you know, there is going to be a time that we are like, you know, going to come off this, like, you know, like, even though we've like lived on Zou, you know, and since we've been on this entire place and all that with Zunisha, and it's like, I really want to know the answer and, you know, what's exactly going on with him. You know, it's just where in the world is he, like, for 1,000 years, where is he walking to? Like, where is he exactly going? So I'm kind of curious about that. It's like, where exactly, like, because that's a kind of interesting question, because that could probably, I'm pretty sure that will come back later. Like, maybe he is exactly, like, I honestly still feel like he is going to Raftel, like, he is exactly going there, but he's slow as fuck, and maybe he's just told, when the time is needed, like, you know, you will come here. Maybe that's exactly what, like, Zunisha said, like, you know, maybe that's what, like, Goldie, Roger, and, like, the previous, like, you know, like, Momonosuke's father said, like, at this time, you will actually come here, like, maybe that's the situation, like, because, like, throughout all that other time, maybe he was searching for a purpose. I mean, that could be the thing. Mind you, we are going about an elephant that hasn't said anything so far, apart from Jack's a dick, and I one-shot. And then when we get to see with Momonosuke, he's like, I'm going to stay here, I need to talk to Zunisha, he's been living for like 1,000 years, like, my voice reached him, so I need to do it. So we've got a team as it's searching right there, during, like, heading back to the Wano country, we got Zoro, Kinemon, and Law, whilst, like, we got, you know, like, Nekomama Mushi, he's heading out to search the Marco, and his team see if, like, you know, there's any survivors. Staying on, like, you know, like, a zone and all that, you got, like, Iliashi, you got, like, a bunch of the Momonosuke, like, staying behind and taking care of them, and then, obviously, you know, heading to Whole Cake Island, you got Luffy's team, and, like, as well. Like, when, like, even Peckham's was trying to, like, build himself up, saying, like, yeah, look at me, I'm a big G and all that, I ate, like, the fucking Kami shell, like that, you know, like, I'm a turtle and all that, the turtle fruit, I'm like, oh, gee, like that, even acting like my shell is impenetrable as a diamond. I feel like that's a little shot at, like, one of the Whitebeard people. I can't remember his actual name, but I know, I think it was, like, Jiro, I believe his name was, like, the diamond dude, like that, like, you had, like, the diamond ability, and I was like, you know what, I feel like there might be a shot at him, and I feel like that's just pretty much saying, this guy is pretty much going to be fucking used as a shield for Luffy. He's pretty much going to, like, if Big Mom actually does, like, an attack or anything like that, it'd be like, yeah. And I feel like, you know, since that, like, a big whole thing about, like, even personally, I still feel that, you know, Big Mom is not still, like, the strongest out of all of them. I feel like she's more politically stronger than, like, also with Kaido and stuff like that. I'm kind of curious, that might be a good test to see whether or not if she would, like, stab through Peckham's and she can actually break through that turtle shell. I think that'd be a good showing of strength. And, like, with the rest of, like, the people that we got to see, like, with, like, Nekomama Mushi and all them, he's like, you're like, oh, yeah, Marco and all that. It's like, yeah, we got searching. It's like, oh, we get to find out with, like, one of his people and all that, saying, like, oh, by the way, I want to go here and all that, you know, I want to rescue, like, Sanji, I want to help the people and all that, and it's like, I kind of like, you know, like, they're kind of going in and saying, like, as much as I don't care too much to them so much like that, it's like, oh, at least they're going to be doing something like that. It's like, at least, you know, they're going to be actually, like, leaving it to him, so yeah, I can kind of respect that. And it's like, even as well, like, to actually even prepare themselves for this big invasion, which definitely shows that we are going to be focusing a ton on, like, Nami and a bunch of the other characters. We see that exactly that her entire staff got a fucking upgrade. Her new climb attack, like, she's able to, like, extend it to, like, long reaches now, like, from what we saw from her. Like Usopp just pretty much upgraded this thing, saying, like, you can freely, like, control it, you can do all this thing. However, though, the one thing that he couldn't do is, like, exactly the magic wand that he told him about on, like, Chubby. It's just, like, I could not work myself around it. And she's just like, oh yeah, I can twirl it. And I'm like, well, you know what? Considering that Nami's always, like, been considered, like, one of the weaker people out of the group and everything like that, and it was just like, yeah, we're not that weak trio anymore. It's like, I can definitely see, like, you know, this is like, oh, maybe this is what Nami needs. And I feel like this shows that Nami is probably going to have a fight somewhere in this arc. I feel like she's definitely going to get her time to shine, because she did not really get her time to shine during everything that happened going on with Don Flamingo. I'm glad at least something's going to be happening with her. Although I did laugh myself off this. Like Usopp's like, yeah, you know, I'm glad and all that. Thank you, Usopp. It's like, yeah, now here you go for the materials and the things. And she just goes, Mirage Tempo. And like, you really bailing on the bill? She really bailing on the bill like that. I was like, and you know, we get to leave them off with like everyone and all that. It's saying like, oh, like find out that Pedro's coming with them, and like you find out that pretty much the team, you know, it's Luffy, Chopper, you get Peckham, Brook, Nami. I kind of like that, and it's like, oh, you know, everyone's kind of seeing him, and just how like Luffy just like disappears and jumps on him like that. He literally jumps off fucking like the elephant. He just like, everyone's like shitting themselves and all that. He's like, I've got everyone around the neck like, we're all buddies, right? And like that, it's like, you know, Lee Saji to us, and everyone's like, oh my fucking god, holy shit, like he just jumped off the fucking elephant, and like, this motherfucker is crazy like that. And he's like, yeah, I'll see him one later, dudes, like that. And it's just like there we go. It's like, you know, and they were saying like thus like Sanji's like retrieval chain leads to the Whole Cake Island, where Yonko, Big Mom, who Luffy picked a fight with, awaits. And then the last part of the chapter, which I fucking loved, which was like, you get to see Vivi after. I mean, we've seen her on color pages. We've seen that this is like legit like one of the first few times we've actually really seen her, and it seems like she's leaving. Actually, she's leaving Alabasta, from what it seems like, and saying like, oh, it's been so long since I've been to sea, and I'm like, what exactly is like she gonna be doing exactly? I mean, she's a princess, she's got some influence and stuff like that, so I'm kind of curious, like, what exactly is she gonna go find Luffy and the others? Is there like something that she's like, there's someone asked her to do, that someone like, you know, what's going to be going on with that? Because like, there's definitely something, maybe like Luffy after the whole Don Flamingo thing inspired her, maybe some. It'd be kind of nice, like after like the whole Dressrosa situation, she actually goes over there and actually says, oh, by the way, and there's all that, although let's go home quite a far fucking distance, but like, for people that are going, this is a 10 on 10 chapter, you're fucking wrong. Like, this is not, I shouldn't be this excited, because thank God we're off the island like that. Because the entire, it's like, you know, we found out about Raptor, alright? We found out about stuff. We found out about Jack. As far as Jack not, like, coming back or anything, like, because we could still be at the bottom, and Jack could be there saying, I want a piece of fucking Luffy and all them. And it's like, even still, he got fucking, like, as of moment until now, he got one shot. He's like that, don't give me none of that. He got one shot by a fucking elephant. It's an elephant, mind you, and it was fucking beastly, but it's like, at the moment, it's like, that was like, all this build up on Jack, and then that's that, until further notice, pretty much. And then even considering with that stuff and all that, that fucking backstory did not need to be that long, alright? That did, like, even though some of the stuff was decent, we needed it, but it's like, I did not need to hear in every single arc, oh, feel bad for us, we're in a situation, please save us, and all that. It's like, considering that we just went from Dressrosa, and we went from around about 2 and a bit years on that, I just hear the same thing, and then going back to the same thing, it's like, I was losing it. Like, so I'm kind of glad that we're done with this arc, and obviously, from what it looks like, please don't make fucking this arc, like, with the Whole Cake Island arc like that, please don't make that the same fucking thing you do with the 4 Emperors and stuff like that. Like, everyone has it there, because, you know, it's pretty much the same thing with the Wano Kingdom. Like, I mean, Wano Kingdom are a little bit more badass, because they're samurais, but they're like, yeah, our country's in trap, so it's like, I kind of hate kind of repeating the same kind of little plot line, why they have to go there. It's like, you know, make it look, which we know Oda's fucking good, he's a fucking fantastic writer, he can make stuff different, so it's like, there's nothing wrong with having people entrapped and saying, oh, you know, help us, we're like people in need. I feel like not every arc needs to be that way, like that, you know, we had it at Fishman Island, Punk has it, was like, oh, we gotta help the kids, like that, and then Dressrosa was like, oh, we gotta help the little fucking, like, people like that, we gotta help the little dwarves, we got people in trapped, so it's like, those arcs don't have to be that. I mean, Impel Down wasn't that, like, even as well how it started off with, like, when you came into, like, Thriller Bark, it was like, yo, this bitch stole my shadow. Like, it started off there. Like, why, like, you know, it's kind of how it is. But it's like, overall, I am very much looking forward to the next, like, arc and all that. Whether or not, like, from how it was sounding off, it was like, oh, we aren't going to see anything about, like, Jack for a while. You didn't see, like, Jack at the bottom. Like, even though he should be under the fucking sea right now, like, I feel like, why would you build up Jack if he just got taken out like that? So, maybe he might come back or something like that. If so, that's... Like, if he doesn't come back, he was really disappointing. There was no absolute point building him up. if that was the case, but I feel like, you know, why build him up if there was nothing to it? So I feel he is going to come back and there is going to be something about him, whether or not someone's going to fight him, or he's going to be super pissed and like Zoro and them are going to have to fight him on there, like on Zero, he's like, yo, where the fuck everyone went? Like that, I feel that's going to be the case, but I did enjoy this chapter. This was a good chapter. Got some stuff about Nami, finding out Climate Tech that's been upgraded. Everyone's leaving. That's the best part of the chapter. Like, finally, everyone's going on there. A little bit upset that I ain't going to be seeing, like, Zoro and I ain't going to see Robin for a while. I'm not going to lie. Even Usopp was really badass in Dressrosa. And it's like, Zoro, always got to be a fan of that. And, like, Robin as well. Like, I love me Robin, but it's like, I'm afraid that we ain't going to see her for a while. But it's like, these characters, apart from Luffy, like, Brook, Chopper and Nami really need something. I think Frankie should have come with them, but it's like Frankie did have his time in Dressrosa. But it's like Nami, Chopper, and Brook, especially fucking Brook, like need something. They need something in this arc to make him stand out and say like, yeah, like there's a really badass Brook moment there. And like I feel like he hasn't really had one for them, mind you, for me until like Thriller Bark was still like one of my favorite moments of Brook. But it's like that. We need something with Brook, right? Like, that's just simple fact. And it's just like, I did like how just Luffy ended it off. It's like, yeah, jumping up the fucking line on the earth, like, woo, like that. It's like, this motherfucker, he's psycho. He's crazy. But let me know, overall, I think it's an 8. I think an 8 to 8.5. I think it is a really good chapter. 10 on 10, I'm sorry, you're clinically insane. It's like, this is not a 10 on 10, but that was a really high fucking chapter like that. I really do like it, but it's like, yeah, maybe this just might be me getting in One Piece fans where it's like, whoo, yeah, like just seeing Vivi, like Vivi's good and all that there, that was a nice little surprise. Isn't the biggest surprise probably that's going to be happening in this week of chapters and all that, and it's like, I'm looking forward to more stuff in there, but that's all from me. Thank you much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.